The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you very much for taking time out of your shortened week this week to join us for part 3 of our Index Universal Life Bootcamp series. My name is Matt Molina, and I'm one of the marketing guys here at URL Insurance Group. I hope everyone enjoyed a nice long weekend, or maybe you didn't have a long weekend because a lot of you are self-employed, so maybe you had to run some appointments. Either way, hope you had a nice weekend, and thank you again for joining us. If you've missed our first couple of weeks here, we're doing an Index Universal Life Bootcamp series with our friends at North American. In the first week, we discussed Index Universal Life mechanics, and in that it basically all the moving parts to an Index Universal Life policy. And it kind of got into a little bit of why Index Universal Life policies are taking off in the life insurance marketplace. In week number 2, we discussed how insurance companies cover index credits. How does the cash value get into those life insurance policies? How does an insurance company get the cash to put into those insurance policies? So we discussed some of those moving parts there on interest rates and how insurance companies put that cash value in your client's policy. This week we're going to be discussing North American's compelling product features. And I think you're going to be rather impressed with North American as a company and what they offer in their products. Several years ago I was looking at a Consumer Report type article, and this was not an article promoting any company over another, but it did mention how North American has some of the best Index Universal Life policies offered in the country. Based on Consumer Reports or that kind of thing, that kind of article, I think you're doing your clients a great service by offering them a North American plan, and you'll see exactly what we're talking about here in the next few minutes. Next week we'll be discussing how to prepare effective policy illustrations, and then the week after that we'll conclude with how to sell Index Universal Life plans. For those of you who are new to URL and you're new on this call, first of all, welcome. Welcome to URL. We look forward to working with you. Again, my name is Matt, and I'm one of the agent support specialists here. You can contact any of us for marketing and sales support. We're headed by Steve Clemens, who's the Vice President of our Life Markets Division. And also, my partner in crime is Joey Fry. Steve Clemens is extension 132. I'm at extension 141. And Joey Fry is at extension 157. When you do business with URL, you'll have a case manager, and agents with last names A through L. Rosemary Evans is your case manager. And then for agents with last names M through Z, Rachel Cook is your case manager. So Rosemary is at extension 127, and then Rachel Cook is at extension 130. And then any licensing and commissions questions, you can contact Judy Warner at extension 109. You can find us on the web at urlinsgroup.com. Again, if you're new to URL, feel free to use our temporary username and password. Our temporary username in lowercase letters is Gemini, and our temporary password to get into the website is Partners. If you have been doing business with URL, and it's one piece of business, any line, within a 12 calendar month, or 12 calendar year, pardon me, then you'll have your own personal username and password to get into the site, and then it'll have more exclusive information, more detailed information where you can get your commissions reports and other things like that. I also want to discuss briefly about our Gemini Partnership Program. This is a partnership program on steroids. It is essentially an exclusive partnership program here at URL where you get to earn the best commissions. We'll also be offering, and we also offer quarterly bonuses to our Gemini partners. We have new business technology, whether it's websites, and we offer free E&O. We offer what we call our Gemini Jaunts, which are just small gatherings for our Gemini agents, whether it's at it's golfing or some other different events. and we'll also have annual retreats and other networking events. So if you want to know more about our Gemini program, feel free to give any of us here a call, and we'll be happy to go into detail on our Gemini Partnership Program. I don't want to take any more of your time, and I'd like to introduce Kim Grun from North American Company, and Kim's going to be discussing North American's compelling product features. Good morning, Kim, and thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, thanks, Matt. We will get started. I'll get my screen up here. All right, and today we are going to be talking about demystifying Indexed Universal Life, our compelling product features. We're going to talk about why our internal design feature makes North American's Life, Indexed Universal Life, a compelling sale. So we're going to give you some tools here. Here again are disclosures that pertain to the entire presentation. This is what our agenda looks like. We're going to talk to you a little bit about index talking points, product features, and then some additional benefits of our Indexed Universal Life products. Talking points are going to include index selections. We'll talk a little bit more about daily sweeps, and then also the requirement that the requirement that we do not have a requirement for allocations to the fixed account. So we'll start out with index talking points here. In addition to different crediting methods, we've also got several index options available. We've got S&P 500, and we've got that available on the annual point-to-point, and also daily averaging, and also monthly point-to-point. So S&P 500 is a very popular index. We've got the uncapped S&P 500 annual point-to-point. We've got the Dow Jones, and that's available in the annual point-to-point and daily averaging. We've got the NASDAQ 100, S&P Mid-Cap 400. We've got the Russell 2000. We've got the Euro Stock 50, and also we've got a multi-index group. You can mix and match the different options, and as I mentioned, as we get onto this too, also no money is required in the fixed account. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Daily sweeps of premiums into index selections. You know, other carriers may do this monthly or even quarterly, but your client's money won't just sit. Our daily bucket allocation means that money doesn't have to sit in a fixed account for even a day, much less weeks or months for almost a year. So we buy options every day, so the day that your client's case goes unpaid, we start measuring performance based on the index. And we've got a lot of buying power with our annuity division, so this allows us to be able to do this. No money required in the fixed account. We allow the client to invest 100% of their money into the index segment of their choice. And also a feature of North American's IUL is that the index credit is calculated using the beginning value of the index segment. Even though the monthly deductions will decrease the value in the index segment, the index credit is going to be based on the amount in the index segment at the beginning of the index period. Get into product features. Like I said earlier, our index crediting is on the beginning of the year value. We'll talk a little bit about our interest rate bonus, and then also our standard loans and our variable interest rate loans. And again, just to reiterate, this interest crediting on the beginning of year count value, this is one of the greatest values in the design of North American's IUL, is this credit based on the beginning index segment, regardless of policy charges. Most other companies credit interest based on the segment value after charges. So just for example, if your policy had a value of $10,000 and there were $1,000 of charges throughout the year, at North American, we're going to credit interest based on that $10,000 beginning segment value rather than the $9,000 left after charges. So this design element, it can make a big difference, especially in competitive situations. Another great example of the client's money working for them. Another attractive benefit for the client is the guaranteed interest rate bonus. They're available beginning as early as policy year 11. And this benefit is going to provide the client with additional long-term cash accumulation potential. With our builder IUL, this interest rate bonus is 0.75%, and that's in years 11 and on. On the rapid builder, it's 0.75%, but that's in years 16 and on. In the guarantee builder, it's also 0.75% in years 11 and on. And survivorship, it's 0.50% in years 11 through 20, and then it is 0.75% in years 21 and on. And it is contractually guaranteed on the index account. It is conditionally guaranteed on the fixed account, and that's as long as we're paying an interest rate higher than the guarantee account. And it is applied after the cap, floor, and participation rate. So prior to year 11, there's a 0% guaranteed floor, and effectively, you know, on some of our products, it's going to be 0.75% guaranteed floor beyond year 11. We've also got standard loans. They're available starting in the first year, and the loan rate is set by the company. It is subject to guarantees. Our current interest rate on our fixed loans is we charge 4.25%, and we credit 3%, so the net cost of your fixed loans in years 1 through 5 is 1.25%. We do have fixed loans in years 6 and on. They're called wash loans or net zero cost loans, and here the interest rate charged equals the interest rate credited. So we do have a lot of different loan types for you. Capped variable loans are available in policy years 6 and on, and they're capped at 6%. Your client can switch loan types without a cash payoff. The capped variable interest rate loan is attractive benefit, and it's available at no additional cost to your client. And those, like I said, that interest rate on those loans, it's capped at 6%. Currently at North American, we're charging a 4% variable interest rate loan rate. When you're doing your illustrations, however, we do look at the 25-year look back, and right now we're illustrating them at 5.47, even though if you actually had a policy today and we're going to take out a variable interest rate loan, that charge would be 4%. We do only allow one loan type at a time, so if you've got a variable interest rate loan in effect, you can switch loan types. Maybe the performance of your policy isn't what you expected it. You're not getting the positive arbitrage. You can switch to a fixed loan, and we'll do that as an internal transfer. You don't have to pay off one loan and take out another loan. So the only thing, if you do have fixed loans, we do have to have some fixed account backing for that. So some of your account value would have to be transferred to the fixed account if you did switch, say, from a variable interest rate loan to a fixed loan. Get into some additional benefits here. We're going to talk a little bit about overloan protection, also the protected death benefit feature, and then also a little bit about our chronic illness accelerated benefit. A benefit that might help the client avoid adverse tax consequences that can result from a policy lapsing due to excessive loans or withdrawals is our overloan protection benefit. This is an additional feature that's extremely attractive, especially in those retirement planning sales. It's automatically included with the policy and available after the policy has been enforced 15 years and the insured is 65 or older. The overloan protection benefit, it's designed, it's going to keep the policy from lapsing due to excessive loans and to continue providing death benefit coverage to the client. Like I said, no additional cost at issue. The policy does need to be enforced at least 15 years, and the insured has to be at least 65. And in essence, what this is going to do is, if you get into a situation where there's been a lot of gain in the contract, but maybe the client's in an overloan situation, and what this overloan will kick in and prevent the policy from lapsing, and basically it's going to become a reduced paid up plan. So very important feature, especially in the retirement supplement sales concept arena. Then we've got another feature that we don't believe any other company has. It's called the protected death feature. You know, it's if your client still wants protection of the death benefit, even though they're going to start taking income from their policy. And basically, I look at this situation. Say your client, they're in their 40s. They take out maybe a $500,000 builder IUL, and they reach age 65, and now they're ready to start taking loans. And maybe they don't have the need for that $500,000 death benefit. They want to make sure that even though as they're taking loans, of course, that death benefit's going to decrease, but they want to make sure that they've at least got a $100,000 death benefit, or maybe it's $200,000, whatever that specified death benefit is. This feature, this protected death benefit feature, allows the client to call our customer service department and say, you know, I want to exercise my protected death benefit. Again, the client has to be age 65 and the policy has to have been in force for 15 years. They can exercise this feature and say, I want to ensure, I want to start taking loans from my policy, but I want to make sure that I at least have a $200,000 death benefit. So what we'll do is we'll distribute funds for the loans, but at the same time, we'll make sure that that death benefit never goes lower than that $200,000. We'll always have a distributable fund to the death benefit as well as one for the loans. And so this is more of a proactive way for the client to make sure that their policy doesn't lapse and that they have the death benefit that they want their heirs to have. Of course, this is not going to happen overnight. It's over time as the policy is going to decrease as they're taking loans. We will make sure that that death benefit is never lower than that specified death benefit that they request. So very important feature. Again, it's going to keep the policy from lapsing as well. Also, living benefits. Financial options, accelerate your death benefit for care in the event of a terminal, critical, or chronic illness. No additional premiums. This rider is automatically included on most policies except in California where the benefit has additional underwriting requirements. It is automatic at issue, but it does vary by state and product. Available on new IUL insurance sales for IUL up to age 80 up to Table 4 rate class. Also available for conversions on our term plans within the first 5 years of the term product or later with satisfactory evidence of insurability. To qualify for the chronic benefit, the client must be permanently unable to perform 2 of the activities of daily living or have severe cognitive impairment requiring substantial supervision. And those activities of daily living include bathing, continence, dressing, eating, toileting, transferring. We do need a physician's certification of chronic illness within 12 months, and it does need to be for 90 consecutive days. There is an election of benefits form that they need to complete. They can have 1 election every 12 months. The maximum per election is going to be the lesser of 24% of that death benefit, or $240,000. The minimum is going to be 5% or $50,000, and they must maintain a residual death benefit, the greater of 5% of that death benefit on the initial election day, or $10,000. So even though they're accelerating their death benefits for chronic illness, we're going to want to make sure that they have at least $10,000 at death. We do charge, there is a $200 administrative fee per election, and the death benefit that, the accelerated benefit that the policy receives is going to be reduced. Whatever they accelerate, obviously we're going to reduce that death benefit by that amount. However, what the client actually receives is going to be a little bit discounted because we are advancing that death benefit in advance of death. So we are going to discount based on our lost investment and also based on expected mortality. Also, lapse checking is going to be suspended during those elections or when over 50% of the death benefit is accelerated. So just another advantage of having living benefits on our IUL plans as well. So just to summarize, we talked about index talking points, giving the client control that they desire. We talked about the various product features that we've got, tailoring those products to help meet your client's needs, and also those additional benefits like the living benefits and so forth. Again, extra tools for meeting your client's needs. You know, bottom line, at North American, your client, they're going to get that flexibility and control of their products. We can tailor these products to help meet your client's needs. They get death benefit protection in addition to, you know, supplementing their retirement income, having living benefits should they become chronically ill or have a critical illness. And you as an agent, you get great competitive products that can help meet your client's needs. So here's some homework for you, agents. Identify 3 clients. Give them a call by the end of this week or maybe early next week, and then really position North American as a company that can really help satisfy the various needs of your clients. And give Matt and Joey and Steve a call over at URL. They're great with case design, can help you design that illustration that's going to help fulfill your client's needs in the Index Universal Life arena. Also, feel free to, I'm a dedicated marketer here at North American, but in the event that you can't reach the folks at URL, you certainly can reach us as well here at North American.
Excellent. We'll be taking some questions here. You can type those questions and I can read those questions aloud and we'll get those questions answered for you. A lot of times after we part, that's when questions pop up in your head. You can always take our number down, which is 800-926-8875, and you can contact me at extension 141. And you can also contact Steve Clemens at extension 132 or Joey Fry extension 157. We're here to help you with those illustrations. Well, some of the things that were pointed out in our presentation today, the big selling point, in my opinion, well, there's a lot of them, but those accelerated benefits. A lot of times your clients don't realize that they probably have a need for long-term care. And North American's accelerated benefits, especially the chronic illness benefit, is a great supplement to long-term care. And that's just something that is a great feature, and it's available, it's built into the plan, so it's not something that you or your clients have to select. It's there, and it provides the client some flexibility, it provides some control, and it really gives the client the opportunity to use life insurance before they pass away. So again, if you have questions, feel free to type those questions or to contact us at 800-926-8875.